2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata review. Good things, small packages. The 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata is all about as good as small convertibles get. The Mazda MX-5 Miata was completely redesigned just a couple of years ago, therefore it is no surprise the 2018 model receives few changes. Mazda did its homework on this Miata generation, helping the interior quality and accommodations while so that it is lighter and quicker than its predecessor. There is perhaps no better Mazda model that currently embodies the zoom spirit a lot more than the MX-5 Miata. Miatas would be better enjoyed if the road turns twisty. A peppy yet fuel-efficient 4-cylinder engine provides enough power along with a delightful soundtrack to help keep you entertained at as many miles as you're able to handle. And on that note, if you would like the best version on the Miata for such activities, we recommend the Club Trim and also the 6-speed manual transmission. Mazda also provides an automatic transmission, nevertheless it doesn't feature many from the Miata's dynamic-enhancing goodies. As always, though, you will find downsides to Miata ownership. Taller individuals will discover the cabin confining and particularly challenging to enter and exit in the event the top isn't down. Trunk capacity can be a laughable 4.6 cubic feet, so packing light can be a requirement for any excursion. And lastly, inside the interest of saving weight, having less sound deadening provides a fair number of road and wind noise at speed with all the top up. Still, few cars tend to be more rewarding and fun to wheel around as opposed to Miata. If you can live with all the size limitations, you've got little reason to contemplate anything else in this particular segment to the pleasure of driving. What's new? Most in the updates for your 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata are minor, with all the biggest news being optional heated Recaro sport seats to the Club Trim. They are available using the new Brembo BBS Recaro package. Advanced keyless entry is standard overall, along with the base sport trim gains the 7-inch infotainment interface. The Club Trim now gets heated leather seats when you opt to the package while using upgraded Brembo brakes and BBS wheels. You might go in a few directions while using 2018 MX-5, but the world thinks the Club Trim best embodies the Miata's ethos. In the Club, you will get a performance-enhancing upgraded suspension with Bilstein dampers, a limit-slip differential and also a shock tower brace. More aggressive front styling along with an engine sound enhancer help augment the event. You'll also reap the benefits of a 9-speaker Bose sound system among other amenities. The one caveat is you've to get the manual transmission or you'll forfeit the performance hardware. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata can be a 2-seat roadster offered in 3 trim levels: Sport, Club and Grand Touring. All 3 trim levels are powered by way of a 2.0-litre 4-cylinder engine, 155 horsepower, 148 pound-feet of torque that drives the spine wheels most likely through a 6-speed manual or even an optional 6-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters. The Sport trim supplies a more bare-bones motoring experience. The Club is designed for sport-oriented driving that has a number of mechanical upgrades and added interior features, along with the top Grand Touring trim concentrates on providing comfort, convenience and technology. Standard features for that Sport trim include 16-inch alloy wheels, a manually retractable black soft top using a glass rear window, LED headlights and taillights, aircon, a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment interface, keyless entry with push-button ignition, a height-adjustable driver seat, a leather-wrapped leader and shift knob, cruise control, Bluetooth, and also a 6-speaker sound system that has a CD player, a USB port along with an auxiliary audio jack. The Club Trim includes from the Sport but is included with different equipment with regards to the chosen transmission. With the manual shifter, Its content has a sport-tuned suspension with Bilstein shock absorbers, a shock tower brace, a limit slip differential with an engine sound enhancer. Opting with the automatic negates strikes. Otherwise, all Miata clubs get 17-inch wheels with summer performance tires, a sportier front fascia, a rear lip spoiler, black mirror covers and roll hoops, red interior stitching, upgraded interior trim panels, a 9-speaker Bose sound system with headrest speakers, satellite radio and HD radio, and dual USB ports, voice controls, along with a 7-inch touchscreen interface with the auxiliary control knob attached with the center console. The club also turns into a safety-oriented bundle that features blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert. The Grand Touring loses the manual transmission club's performance upgrades except to the sound enhancer, which remains a manual-only feature. But it gets adaptive headlights with automatic high-beam control, auto-dimming mirrors with exterior heating, lane departure warning, body cold mirror covers, automatic wipers, a cloth-lined top, leather upholstery, heated seats, automatic climate control as well as a navigation system. A Brembo BBS package emerged on manual transmission club models, and it contains 17-inch forged BBS wheels, stronger Brembo front brakes, an aero body kit and heated leather seats. For 2018, this package may also be enhanced with Recaro Sport seats. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically will come in multiple versions which can be fundamentally similar. The S in this particular review derived from our full test with the 2016 Mazda MX-5 Miata Club convertible 2.0 litres inline 4, 6-speed manual, RWD. Note, since this test was conducted, the actual MX-5 Miata is fundamentally unchanged. Our findings remain fully applicable to the year. Driving. The Miata may well not boast big power numbers, nevertheless it's small and light, thus it always feels exceedingly nimble. You won't find many cars that place the driver more in touch with all the driving experience or that tend to be more entertaining they are driving on public roads, especially the twisty ones. Acceleration. In our testing, a Miata with all the manual transmission reached 60 miles per hour in 6.3 seconds. You will never be blowing doors off V8 Camaros, however it's nonetheless appropriate acceleration with the car's zippy character. There's a lot of mid-range torque. Excel quickly is really as pleasurable because it is easy. Braking. Our test car stopped from 60 miles per hour in 111 feet, that is slightly over we'd expect considering the fact that it had the optional Brembo brake package installed. The distances and pedal firmness remained consistent, though, plus it stayed composed in full panic braking. Steering. Steering effort is lighter than we're accustomed to from a Miata, and feedback is often a little muted, too. Even still, it remains one of the top steering examples on the market today. It reacts with immediacy and it is very accurate. The tire feels perfectly shaped up to you. Handling. Few cars feel more light and nimble as opposed to Miata. Precise and predictable will be the operative words. There's more body roll than expected when cornering aggressively. But overall, driving a Miata along a curvy road is surely an absolute blast. Driveability. Even the Miata can do entertaining performance, will still be easy they are driving in everyday commuting situations, yes, even using a manual transmission. The small footprint is well suited to tight city confines and parking spaces. Comfort. Roadsters aren't famous for being comfortable. Even so, the Miata bucks that trend with compliant suspension tuning and seating for your long haul. There's a noticeable number of noise, but also for some, that's part with the allure. Seat comfort. The seats cradle occupants with just the right level of support. The side bolsters provide ample lateral support without getting intrusive. After hours of driving, you should still be pretty comfortable. Ride comfort. Despite its small dimensions and sporty intentions, the Miata isn't punishing. There's lots of compliance to smooth over bumps, but bigger potholes will start to send a good thud from the chassis. Long trips won't be a difficulty. Noise and vibration. Road and wind noise is prevalent at highway speeds with all the top up, however, not to the point it is intrusive. The pleasant exhaust tenor is loud enough, making it sound special, nevertheless it's not loud that it is obnoxious. Climate control. The Miata's simple climate control interface, featuring its 3 large and knobbed knobs, is all too easy to use. However, it has trouble regulating temperature even together with the top up, especially on hot or snowy days. Interior. The Miata's interior is well crafted, which has a pleasing and relatively ergonomic design. But a smaller car similar to this comes together with the typical drawbacks, such limited cabin space for bigger than average people. Ease beneficial. The primary controls are well placed about the driver, along with the gauges are simple to watch. But the infotainment system's controller knob is at a spot where drivers might place their right forearm also it doesn't fall watchily handy. Getting in, jetting out. The average-size adult should have no problem slipping inside and outside. Taller drivers should have to curl themselves throughout the opening should the top increased. Short doors aid access in tight parking spots. Roominess. 6-foot-tall drivers will reach the type limitations of head and leg room. Even to the typical adult, the cockpit is snug enough to believe that's wearing the automobile. But it doesn't feel claustrophobic. Visibility. Forward visibility is just like it gets nowadays, because of favorable windshield positioning and narrow roof pillars. As small as your vehicle is, there's hardly any guesswork with rear visibility, too. Quality. The interior materials have improved significantly from your last Miata and from now on meet the standards due to this price point. Utility. A tiny trunk, no back seat and limited cabin space imply this isn't the very best if you need to transport large items. Small items and soft duffels tend to be more easily accommodated. Small item storage. The tidy bin involving the seats serves as a less convenient glove box concerning isn't one. It's your primary spot to store your items, as well as its holding capacity is concerning average. That's helpful for the reason that removable cup holders are great for holding cups only. Cargo space. A significant drawback. The Miata's 4.6 cubic foot trunk is comically small, plus there is no glove box. The bins behind the seats are small, along with the other pockets are tiny. The removable cup holders can obstruct shifting. Technology. In club and grand touring trims, the Miata is included with an easy-to-use infotainment interface. There's also a respectable variety of advanced driver safety aids. The subwoofer's quality, however, is unimpressive. Audio and navigation. Mazda's infotainment system is simple to navigate and rehearse. But even while using 9-speaker Bose stereo upgrade, the audio quality is only middling, which is easily overwhelmed by wind and road noise. Smartphone integration. The Miata has 2 USB ports but no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Playing media stored on the phone is very easy together with the native system, though. The 12-volt outlet is strangely and inconveniently hidden deep from the passenger footwell. Driver aids. Blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert now come standard of all Miatas. But adaptive cruise and forward collision warning aren't available. Voice control. As long as being the cabin isn't too noisy, voice recognition is accurate, and on-screen prompts simplify use. Using voice commands to go in an address can be as easy as with some other system.